So tomorrow I'm gonna record the first podcast, and in the 2 weeks after I've got 4 more interviews booked in, and I feel pretty nervous about it because I've never done this before. It's always when starting something new, it's like hard to know what to expect and how to best prepare for it. What I'm afraid for is that what if, one of the cameras stops working, or if I find out that the audio hasn't recorded. I'm gonna set up everything the way it's gonna be for the recording. I'm gonna do tests for the colors, for the audio, for the lighting, so that hopefully for tomorrow everything will be done and everything will go smooth. It took me literally all day to get everything right. I wrote an extensive checklist that I can go through every time to simplify this process. And the next day, our first guest, Daniel, arrived. Let's see it.
It's very stylish. So that's where all the bow ties came in.
I showed Daniel around in the studio, we laughed together, I set up the third camera, and the only thing left is press record.
You don't have in the checklist Sandelin and wipe out. Yeah. Okay, God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Bye.
While Katja and Elionai were working hard in the garden, we had a great podcast recording. That was nice.
Praise God.
I hope that everything went well.
Yeah, I hope so. Uh-oh. For me, it went far beyond my expectation.
Yeah?
I think it went very well. I love the flow of the conversation.
We went over 2 hours.
And it was like, and none of us was like, we didn't even know that all that time had gone by. So.
Wow.
And you know what? God did a miracle.
Yeah.
I made this whole checklist, but now
Yeah.
there's one thing that I definitely need to add, and that is make sure that there's enough space on the computer to save the sound recording.
What?
After half an hour, apparently, I noticed afterwards, it had stopped recording.
No way.
But yesterday I thought about putting a safety recording that it also records on the camera.
Yeah.
And that's the only one that has now recorded. So we have the sound, so it's fine.
That's good.
And there was only 4 minutes left on the memory card
Huh?
4 minutes.
of
In
that
the-
camera.
So we
You
couldn't.
mean-
Because we recorded for almost 2 hours.
Whoa.
So there was only
Yeah.
4 minutes left. So if we would have
Oh,
continued
yeah.
for
Wouldn't it be the
5-6
natural
minutes,
ending?
there would have been like this
No.
abrupt ending. If we would have continued for half an hour, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have known. We would just not have had sound.
Yeah.
Really? That's
So,
pretty-
So praise
That's-
God. Praise
yes.
God for that.
Me and Elionai.
For a moment, I was
Yes.
like, when we looked at the computer and you saw this pop-up
Yeah.
thing, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Because it was such a good conversation.
Yeah.
It was flowing so well, and I thought, oh man. But yeah, I'm glad you got the sound.
Oh,
That's
and
definitely
Oh, sad.
something we'll hang on the wall of praise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you know what me and Elionai prayed for?
No.
That you would know exactly when to end. When
Oh, yeah.
when the right time would be to
Yeah.
end.
Good
That's
job.
a good prayer.
That's very good,
That
Elionai.
helped. It saved the recording. Ellie and I very much looked forward to show Daniel the garden. We ate together, and 1 week later, I recorded the second podcast episode. This time with Joachim. This time everything went well with the storage and with the audio recording. I learned from the last one. And now Katja is making some nice food here.
It was actually Elionai's idea because he really wanted to make something to celebrate for you and Joachim that you had made a podcast. So it was him. He started it. He did all but now he has such a fun time playing with Joachim, so I'm finishing it.
Whoa! Right.
No.
Oh, oi. After a lot of playing, we closed the day together with a meal and evening worship. And then, already the next day, the third podcast recording. Hey!
I just want to show the garden. What?
It's wet.
Oh.
I really like when the guests are coming over and we get to spend some time together and everything.
Elionai loves it too.
Oh, he's the biggest fan. After Fredrik received Elionai's garden tour and played together, we began our recording.
In the back of my mind that I would like to get into lifestyle medicine and have my own smaller home clinic kind of, where you just live your day with your guests or patients, whatever you want to call them.
Since Fredrik is a doctor, we talked a lot about health. Very fascinating. And we ended up talking for 3.5 hours. Why doesn't it zoom to there?
Really?
Yep. I hope it's gonna fit. Did I miss?
They didn't even notice anything, babe.
I'm scared to throw it inside.
Yeah. Next.
It's been very nice now, the times when the people have been eating with us. It's really, I really love it. It's a challenge also for me with like cooking and stuff, because normally I'm very nervous for making food for other people. Insecure about that.
But you don't need to be, because it's nice food.
But I've always been insecure with that. But it's a good challenge. And that's why I always do some clumsy things in the kitchen.
Before we have even launched the podcast, it is already such a blessing to our family. Having such wonderful people coming over is such a joy and privilege. And this time, Elionai has something special to show Dr. Fredrik.
Different house. No way! Hello there, Dr. Sandelin. Want to take my blood pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can I try it to listen? It actually works.
I know. Little doctor running after with the fly.
I'm so happy that I already got to record 3 conversations. But that is not all there is to it. It took over a whole day just to edit the first episode and to design the thumbnail. And then I just finished uploading the first podcast episode to Spotify for podcasters. It's a big file, it's 50 gigabytes. I don't know exactly what I can expect, but the plan is to publish the first episode in 3 days from now. I don't want to bore you with the details of the process, but there were some more challenges that came up. Things with the cover art, settings, the RSS feed, and distribution platforms. But eventually, there it says, first one, scheduled. I should celebrate in some way when the first episode goes live. Gotta think of something. Yeah, as of today, yes, we're recording this podcast. But yeah, you listening? What do you think of it?
I think it's very interesting and good so far.
Yeah?
Yeah. I really like how you're like
Wait, should you pause it?
There's some practical
I'm really amazed that like I think you're a very nice podcast host.
No, there we go with the man bragging again. No.
Babe, come back. But you're also
She so often takes the opportunity to man brag and and I always cut it out of the edit. So if this makes it into the video, then you know that Katja has been threatening me or something.
No, I wouldn't do that, babe. That you can cut away. I really enjoy your way of presenting it. Can I continue now?
You can continue now.
Towards the end of this episode, where we can really see that.
She likes it.
You're both looking so cute with your bow ties.
Look! Look.
Wait, babe. I can't get it sharp. Take off that manual.
See it? See it? Look. Yes, look. Holy Man Club on Spotify.
Yay!
Oh, this is looking so professional.
First episode
Look,
of the Holy
there it
Man
is.
Club podcast. I'm having a conversation with my friend.
Woo! Look, here, watch. Refresh and there it is.
Yay! Babe, awesome.
And let's meet you. What is that?
That was the worst high five.
Oh, by the way, we're so dressed up in this vlog because we're filming another vlog at the same. It's chaos. A lot of things happening. It's awesome, but that's why. There we are. Podcast. No rating. Make sure to rate 5 stars. I think I have a very tasty way to celebrate that now our ministry, we're doing podcasts. But before we will celebrate, we will first continue the other vlog. We have some planning to do. Let's go. Okay. We just finished the family meeting for the other project that we're working on. We're super excited for it. We are still working on still some things that we need to figure out. But now it's time to put that away for a little bit and enjoy and celebrate that we have started the podcast. Hey! What are you doing there?
Whoa!
To the Holy Man Club.
Yeah, that's awesome.
To live as the holy men that you call us to be. To learn to live like Jesus. Wow. Own strawberries. Ice cream. Oh, so much good stuff. What a celebration indeed. Thinking there. What do both of you want to say to the Holy Man Club? Yeah.
Keep having that longing to live holy and come closer to God, because that's the most important thing we can do in this world. If there is one thing that as a Christian woman that you wish for in your husband, is for the husband to really have that striving to come closer to God and live for God. Because
your punchline is getting hijacked here.
punchline is gone.
So it's attractive for women when we live as holy men.
It is, yeah.